quarters into a great timeout for Tim Floyd. They had absolutely nothing going offensively. Timeout, and they get a hoop out of it to cut it to 7, and they're back in the triangle in 2.
Oh, great feed from Floyd. Denied. Ends right now for Joel Embiid.
Yeah, if people thought we were just trying to hype a guy and didn't see what the fuss was about with Joel Embiid, they figured it out in the last few minutes here, Terry.
Ellis. Selden kept sending note. Wayne Selden, who started the game, knocking down threes.
He sure did. He looked very good shooting. Even that one looked good.
Tharp, they leave him all by himself, in and out.
Really impact the game.
And that was a play set up for him. Knocks down the 12-footer. It's a 7-point game. Indeed, we are underway. Antonio Barton controlling. The grad student who was at the University of Memphis. Played 3 years at Memphis, got his degree, played in this tournament last year with Memphis.
Triangle and 2.
And he's got a little bit of his heart pulling for UTEP, but he knows he wants Tennessee and the Sun to win the game.
You saw that look on his face like, ooh, cross guile. That was nice.
That was nice.
That was sweet.
Stokes play there. Great screen to get cross guile down the middle and then throwing it behind the zone on the lob to Bohannon.
10-4 run to open up the second half. Naaman's right, but it might set the stage for the following one to be successful.
I don't think that ever worked with me and with Joe either.
Not really?
No. I like what they're doing here for McCray, though, even though he didn't get anything.
Hunter in double digits now with 11 points. But with 5 minutes left, it's been Murray State in the second half. They're up 14, 69-55.
In addition to multiple scorers and good shooters, Murray State does an outstanding job in the half court with their spacing. The floor is always spaced, making it difficult and allowing for guys like Jarvis.
8 assists.
Flirting with a triple-double.
.320 to go. Moss off balance.
Vince Hunter did that. It was a 5-point game. Jones goes 1 for 2. And now Middle Tennessee State with the ball up by 6. Upshaw. Air ball. On Blue Raiders. Take that time. Clock is their best friend now. Just run motion. Get Cedric Langsman as a pressure release. Can't guard Buford. The 6-seed Middle Tennessee State, the 2-seed UTEP. Blue Raiders haven't won a conference tournament since 1989. This is semifinal number 1. Buford shot clock winding down from the elbow. Rebound.
To get a help defender down on Morris. Really any of UTEP's players, Washburn, Hunter, you got to get a man and a half down guarding them on every drive to the basket.
Dominique Williams doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Williams gets his own miss, and it's knocked out of
And, you know, you have one game where you have 5 or 4 rebounds, and there goes your average, you know. So to do that night in and night out, just exceptional.
Lacunza splits the defense, gets it to Raffington, who's a rare miss for
a crowd, a sense of urgency in the post when Raffington touches it in the paint. UTEP doing a great job of blocking from behind.
Three-pointer halfway down and back out again. There's Raffington.
Picked up his 3rd personal foul, and he stays in the game.
Yeah, you almost got to leave him in, I think. Good players should be able to play with 3 fouls in the second half.
Here's Fant. Western Kentucky has scored on 6 of their last 7 possessions. Fant on Wilms. Spin move!
He's got his body, he's got great shape, he's really become versatile. His assist to turnovers is remarkable for a big guy. I really like the fact that he can find guys out of the post. He's a threat. He's a difference maker on this team. And his field goal percentage is very tough.
Yeah, it's 64% for Lang on the season.
One of the tops in Conference USA.
Little hesitation and the drive off the glass. Caster takes it. Well, you got Isaac Hamilton, who was the subject of what eventually has become that feud, but also a junior college player named Jacob Thomas, who you're going to play and just decided not to continue playing or go to school.
Right, didn't want to go to school anymore. He's just up in Minnesota doing whatever.
By the way, I want to thank Tim Floyd, too, for talking to Marty Snyder about, obviously, it was a subject, and the incident situation that in the first couple of minutes, tied up at 4 in the offensive end, much like the first game started.
Absolutely. Look, I mean, all 4 of these teams that we've had are very, very good half-court defensive teams. And so if you can't get out, Tim had to be doing a great job to be that competitive with them, because Gene Cady had some great teams there at Purdue at that time with Glenn Robinson and Conzo Martin.
See a lot of the Gene Cady influence. Misses, though.
They didn't get as good a balance on that shot. It was sort of fading back, but they convert very well back into that triangle and 2 again.
Julian Washburn just 3 of 12.
Thundering herd in their three-point prowess. Mambia. Waters. A little traveling music, and the turnover gives the ball back to UTEP. Mamba, baseline. Hugh Johnson doesn't go, and the pull down rebound.
Especially right on the baseline where an official can see close up.
Lamamba, little runner in the lane to try to hit Lawson.
Strong off the bounce. You look at that upper body. When he attacks you, he makes contact first, gets that space to go up and knock down a nice floater.
For the year from 3. Matt Taylor will shoot it. That spins on. Demario Jones was crashing hard. Moved all over. He's been in Bismarck, North Dakota. Finished his high school career in Hobbs, New Mexico. Now he's in El Paso. Backdoor, Demario Jones, the two-hand.
So the more raw side of Kelvin Jones, where he misses the rim on about a 4-footer.
That was an alley-oop intended for Chua. Taylor wondering where Chua was. Jones.
nobody guarding him and they couldn't find him. Boy, it's hard to miss the biggest guy in the gym. Biggest guy in El Paso, maybe. Especially when he's got a shiner under his right eye. There he is. Good look. And it leads to a
those five guys continue to, just find their way together. This is going to be a tough team first week in March in the tournament.
Three ball spins out. And the rebound corralled by you.
He's flirting with another one.
And UTEP in a triangle and two now. They're guarding Adams and Jackson.
A little bit too strong, drawing with the offensive rebound.
It'll leave openings.
Wow, Keisha was just left wide.
Pretty good defense that time by Andrew Wiggins, Marty.
Terrific defense, and that's what Bill Self wants to see. You guys talk about being aggressive, and that's certainly what some of the freshmen have been, but they've had to stop a couple of practices this year to tell Andrew Wiggins, be more aggressive, be the guy. He just wants to fit in, though, and that's one of the things that Bill Self wants.
He's got such quickness and an ability to recover, and he just blocks the shot.
Does he remind you of anyone?
Go, you've got a chance. That's all you're trying to do right now.
Put yourself in a position to win and steal it at the end.
Absolutely, and hope that maybe, and this happens a lot with big favorites like Kansas would be today, is just hoping that maybe they'll tighten up when the game on the line.
Wiggins, the second hop, no.
Regardless of what happens today, I think Tim Floyd definitely got it very positive for his team, something positive with Mackenzie Moore playing like that.
And he's got Streeter on the bench, who's 2 for 10 tonight. Streeter came in averaging 8 points and 5 assists.
Octius' jumper too strong. The rebound to Tuck.
Octius was no match physically for Mackenzie Moore that time. He just backed him down.
6-0 run for the Miners. Bejarano travels and a turnover.
I've had that frustrated feeling myself at times.
Iverson still on the bench for Colorado State. He has 4 fouls along with Greg Smith, who's playing with 4. 15 to shoot.
Octi is the only rookie in the game right now.
Smith picked up his feet.
Changes pivot foot.
Point game.
Connor Tucker, if you're going to have, you got to get out on him, and that's going to allow him to get in the lane once in a while because he's such a good three-point shooter.
Down low.
Playing small in this game, it's really paid dividends. And here they are, triangling 2 on Ike Meyer and Dorian Green.
Never know what Tim Floyd will throw at you. Lang is on the bench with 4. Moore and Bohannon are out there for UTEP with the 4 fouls. We approach 4 minutes to go. Bejarano left open, in and out, and Washburn.
Washburn, 8 rebounds against UNLV and led the team in scoring with 13.
You know, Oregon, a lot like UNLV, they want the game to be fast. They don't put the pressure on that UNLV does, but they want this game up and down. But they're going to start the 2-2-1 press very soon, which is a press they really like to use.
But he hasn't gotten into his stride yet this year.
Yeah, he hasn't shot the ball from 3 like he has in the past. But, you know, I think what happened is, James, they have a lot more depth. So there's a lot more guys, less reliance on him having to be really good. So he's doing his job. He's great to have on the floor because all
the other night, his first of the year, similar type situation. This time it's a 2-ball, but a big one here, 11-9, the lead now for the hometown Miners. From way out, but short.
Oregon a little slow in finding people that time.
Leave him be alone. Out here again, Willie Moore from Cincinnati, Aiken High School. Lone loss of the year for this Oregon team to those Cincinnati Bearcats, number 11 team in the nation. And 5 at Rice before transferring in. How's that for a guy to show up on your doorstep?
He averaged a double-double last year at Rice, you know, so this is a guy who can really play, like you said, on your doorstep.
There's Lloyd, who did a fantastic job turning that ball over down last time. Washburn down low after that nifty move.
He's got a little more spunk in his step tonight than I didn't see the other night.
Jaquez Streeter, a senior from L.A. Emory way off there, but the offensive... Jaquez Streeter, a senior from L.A. Emory way off there, but the offensive rebound for Single. Fresh shot clock, but right away going tonight. A lot of top 25 action. Oregon Ducks might as well be in that top 25 back-to-back weeks. They've been the last team on the outside looking in. There were some losses in the top 25, but teams like the... Monday night when number 21 UNLV was in town. It was a UNLV team you kept thinking maybe they were going to pull away. UTEP wouldn't let them go. And then when it was all said and done, it was a 2-point ball game, 62-60
with Julian Washburn.
Washburn ties it back up at 43.
And they're still, now they're triangling 2. They've used all kinds of...
Under the rack. An easy 2.
So they're not even guarding Ben Carter outside. Carter, in this particular offense, is not really helping Oregon much. Because you don't have to guard him. But him, you got to guard
him the other night. It's 55-53, making a little noise for him here in the Don Haskins Center. And looked like they were going to keep it up.
On the ball, it was bad underneath. That was bad everywhere. Triangle and 2. Dotson and Singer. Yeah, Washburn's tough. You have a guy like Washburn at 6'6", 6'7" on the top of that triangle zone. That'd be tough on Artis. It's a lot of size on Artis.
Washburn doing a good job to fight through the screen. As the shot clock goes down.
They are really denying Dotson. They're playing man-to-man. No, it's triangle and two they went to now. They're not letting Dotson touch it.
Entire first half, that focus defensively for UTEP was on Singler. He's gone now. Now all the focus is to Dotson. Tucker went for the steal. Numbers here for the Ducks. Now Tucker's back down. Oh, good movement. Oh.
Execute, not tentative, and certainly not trying to do it by themselves. Each individual do it by themselves. We saw a lot of that once they fell behind against Maris, and it didn't bode well.
Moat's foot was on the line. Jumper's no good.
Has the ball, and we're underway in semifinal number 1 here in Conference USA on a Friday afternoon.
We talked about tempo. Keep an eye inside. The Miners of UTEP have a definite size advantage. Southern Miss is a little quicker and scrappier down low, but the Miners have two really tall, long, big bodies. Let's see how that plays out in defending the basket.
Now, quick on of the draw, rolling around a little bit on these rims that have been very kind to the shooters.
Another defense, that triangle and two by UTEP. We're playing man-to-man and the two guards. Make the big guy shoot.
And tournament, I mean, it's very unlikely to cost them a 1 seed.
No.
Is there actually a benefit to that loss for Kansas?
No question. Once again, you want to win, keep winning, win another championship. You're a postseason tournament championship, but I think that gets some rest now.
A tough shot. May have got away with an extra step, but he makes the shot to put the Miners up 3.
Extremely tough shot there by Moore, but second time he's gotten to his right hand. Got to force him to go to his weak hand, his offhand.
There was some contact too, but the officials are letting him play right now. 14 on the shot clock for the Niners. They trail right now by 3. Van Hook low on the right, gets it back out to Scott. Dribble drive, floater in the lane, no good. And offense.
4 points and an opportunity to go into the half much closer. Lead balloons right back up to 8 in a hurry.
John Davis in the front court. Over to Boise. Bo backs it up. Now back to Davis, to Scott, back to Davis. Right of the key behind the arc. Over to Bo. He's open for 3 and makes it. That's a huge try.
Yep. They haven't talked about it. You walk through things for about 20 minutes. Give Bill Self a day to prepare for a game, and the attack against this triangle and two would undoubtedly be a lot different and a lot better.
At times, it's odd to be guarded that way. Feels Iguodala type?
Well, he can't do as much with the ball right now. Iguodala can handle and pass, but similar at the defensive end in being able to guard a number of different positions.
Embiid. Guarded by Wilms. He's trying to body him right now. Joel gathers.